Oh, it's beautiful out here today.
Meet 67-year-old Pennsylvania resident Gussie Zalagowski. Gussie loves spending time with her family and being active. However, for many years she suffered from stress incontinence, which slowly prevented her from enjoying many precious moments with her family and friends.
I was losing out on a lot of things, a lot of fun times. The family would go out into the ocean and they would be splashing and playing, and it just got to be such a problem that it prevented me from doing my everyday normal things. I would always feel self-conscious about things.
For Gussie Zalagowski, she started to see a change in her normal bladder function right after she gave birth to her third child.
I noticed I had a little dribble when I would laugh. And I just thought it was a normal thing, an everyday thing that would happen when you got a little bit older. I was only 26 at the time, but I just thought, basically this is what happens after you have a baby and it'll go away. It never went away. It just kept getting worse. I lived with this for so long. It just got to be a point where I didn't think there was anything I could do about it. And then when I went to the doctors this past December and he told me there was hope, then I said, this is for me.
Gussie says she got her life back and has begun taking yoga and Tai Chi lessons.
It has given me so much freedom to know that I could go anywhere, be at any place, wear any color I want. It just has made me so happy. I do more things, I'm more active, I've joined more classes at the Y. When I do my walking, I just feel free.
Good morning, baby. I know where you were last night.
Natasha Holt is an active young mother of 6, living in Atlanta, Georgia. When Natasha is not taking care of her family, she enjoys working as a background vocalist for recordings.
Don't wanna fight, no.
After the birth of her 6th child, Natasha started to notice that her stress incontinence became so bad it was even difficult for her to sing without having an accident.
If I'd have to hold a note, like for example, if I'm singing, if I didn't hold a note for a long time or have to really use force, while I'm singing, there'd be sometimes an accident. Or if I'm, playing with my kids for a long period of time, then I'd notice an accident, or even a coughing or a laughing, I'd notice little incidents here and there. Every woman wants to have like a level of sex appeal to their husband or their spouse or their partner, and I felt like that I was robbed of that, or that kind of took that away from me. Like, I'm going through this situation and how can I talk to my husband about this? Will he look at me differently? Will he see me, differently? I think that was one of the biggest concerns for me.
After her sling procedure, Natasha gained more confidence performing by not having to worry about an incontinence accident.
And I don't have to be concerned about if I'm going to have an accident, or if this involuntary thing is going to happen while I'm performing, and it's definitely been a confidence booster.
You'll hear those funny noises. They may sound a little different.
Palmetto Health Heart Hospital in Columbia, South Carolina, is where you'll find 60-year-old Mia Simmons. Mia is a vascular quality coordinator and a vascular sonographer. Mia also suffered with stress incontinence for most of her adult life.
I have a tendency that when I would walk outside from a dark place, work, I would be driving and the sun would make me sneeze. And then I would start to leak. And it progressively over time became worse. Then I started noticing laughter. When people would start to laugh and I would participate, I would start to lose control then also.
Mia's stress incontinence slowly became worse over the years, to the point where it affected her quality of life.
I love to do horseback riding. I'm an outdoors kind of person, but just trying to get on top of a horse and pulling it would make me urinate. So I'm not going to ride a horse if that's what was going to happen. I like to swim, but jumping into the water or doing any of those kind of things would make you want to urinate. I didn't have really a life that I wanted. The incontinence dictated what I did with my life.
Mia remembers a moment at work where she lost control of her bladder.
I was actually in my office and we began to laugh and I just completely lost it. So in front of about 10 people, I had wet underwear, wet pants, and that was quite embarrassing. I had to run out. Everyone got to see what my pain was that I lived with every day.
And Mia is not alone. Women with stress incontinence usually alter their life to accommodate their condition. As for Mia, she says she's living life to its fullest and doing things she never thought of doing before.
I went horseback riding. I wouldn't have been able to have gotten on the horse before. I would have been humiliated at the time. I climbed on that horse and I rode that horse up the mountains and I rode them down the mountains, slid down very, very narrow rock. I didn't have any problems whatsoever. I planned to dive out of a plane. Life is wonderful now. Life is very, very good. I have a life now.